Glasses?
Are we going glasses on? Okay.
Kind of feels nice.
What else are you going to do with your Saturday? Huh? Sit in your armchair and wank off to pop stars while you gaze in your wife's eye, coming to terms with your loveless marriage. Spend all your money down at the Chippy for kebabs. Not me, love. I know what I'm doing. Tottenham away. Fucking love it. Welcome to Jock Docs, episode 1. It is me, Alec Flynn. It is him, Andrew Collin. We're here to review another documentary. I say another, even though this is the first episode. This week we reviewed The Boz, the story of Brian Bosworth, or as I like to call it, the Sob, because it turned into what I thought was going to be a sick highlight reel of people just getting smashed Limp Bizkit style. Became a storage room, a storage garage, fucking cry fest with him and his son.
It really did, dude.
You can check out this doc on the 30 for 30s, which you can get using ESPN Plus. Hopefully, if you guys are listening to the pod, you're also following along and watching the docs as well, because it's worth it. I think the docs that we pick out are fucking je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, they're good too. The whole fucking added the sun stuff. It did give it. It gave it like direction, but I hated the son so much, even though he did nothing to piss me off. But he pissed me off.
You were just pissed off because the son didn't look like the Boz.
Yeah, I wanted the son to look exactly like the Boz.
Yeah, the Boz. I mean, what just a meat mountain of fucking 300. What do you think he's pushing? Like 220?
He was 240 at the. Or no, yeah, probably about 220,
probably
225.
200, 225.
Yeah.
At the time, and still just looking like a chiseled beefcake of a man. Meanwhile, his son looks like he gets fucking strung up by his underwear on the tetherball pole.
So much, he looked like the tetherball pole.
I was expecting at any moment for the boss, like when he was crying, to just then go, bend over, I'm giving you a wedgie.
Yeah, so much of it was like, it doesn't matter about your expectations. Like, I felt like he was telling the son that more. Yeah. Because he was the Boz. I mean, the guy did a lot, you know?
The Boz, if you guys aren't familiar, was one of the best college football linebackers, probably the best that there ever was. I mean, he was an absolute menace on the field, helped lead Oklahoma Sooners to an Orange Bowl back in 1985?
Yeah, 85 or 86.
85 or 86. Cat's on the table. We got the cat on the table. Hi.
That's Brian Bosworth, ladies and gentlemen.
This is Brian Bosworth. He's here.
He's fucking here. There's the Boz. I kind of like this.
Yeah, I like it too.
That's Mango. That's our cat.
Oh, no.
Oh, great. Now we're going to get fucking PETA Pit after us.
What did you think?
That's incredible. Watch out. Okay, come on. Move your ass. Come on. Fucking A. Jesus
the
Christ.
Cat was on the table.
Oh yeah, for people not watching on Spotify because it's not on there.
Yeah, the cat was on the table. But anything can happen on the Jock Docs podcast.
You never know, dude. You don't know who's gonna show up,
dude. You honestly don't even know. We keep trying to get John Stamos.
But we want to get him in cat form.
Yeah, John Stamos, actually, we've been in contact, texting back and forth. About like Israel and Palestine and the Gaza Strip. And I was like, dude, you got to talk to about our pod. We talk about sports documentaries. Like, this will be perfect.
Yeah, give him a little bit of brevity.
Give a little bit of brevity.
Brevity. Give him a little brevity.
I don't know what that means.
I think it's...
Did you just say that?
Yeah. No, brevity is like release from something that's like intense. Some brevity. I could be wrong. Anyhow,
I think I don't know.
I got to give this podcast some brevity. Okay.
Let it breathe.
Breathe a little bit.
Yeah, with this podcast, sometimes you got to take out the AirPods. And just let it breathe.
Dude, the whole fucking...
Sometimes you got to let it breathe, like when you farted.
Dude, first of all, I'm going to try to fart on every episode.
Dude, people could probably smell it through their ears.
Bro, look. When you're doing something about doing a pod so hot about David Beckham, you need a little brevity, dude. And I gave it to him in the form of my fucking asshole.
Everybody gets a vocab word one day.
Dude, the Boz is... I hate and love him, which is what everyone did. That's why he was so successful. These people that like lean into the character and then they keep talking. It's just so... I've never been into wrestling. It felt like he was doing... He was the Hulk Hogan or some shit.
Yeah.
And I've never had the brain to buy into it, except for like Junkyard Dog and like a couple other wrestlers. But that's what he did, and like I had trouble. Anytime he goes, well, Brian Bosworth is this, and I'm the boss. Like anytime he's talking in third person, I'm out. If
wait, like when he was talking in the third person, when he was talking to his son.
I mean, I think while talking to his son, I think.
Well, because he had to separate those two people. He's like, I'm actually three people. I'm Brian.
Yeah.
I'm the boss, and I'm also dad.
Yeah, and I'm also dad.
And I'm also dad.
Dude, his father.
I mean, imagine being like. I mean, do you think his son asked to be in the documentary? Because all right, so the documentary starts off. Yeah. We didn't even mention, but like the documentary starts off. He's just driving to a storage container in God knows where. I think like they live in Oklahoma or maybe Texas. And Brian Bosworth is talking to his son, who I'm just going to assume is also named Brian. It's Brian Jr.
It's Wes, I think.
Wes.
I looked him up on Diplo. Instagram.
His son's Diplo.
I looked at it. I actually found another Wes Bosworth who had his shirt off and shit and was jacked. And I was like, finally hit the gym.
Wait, is it him?
No, it's a different one. Because I went through Bosworth's tags, and his son is private.
Oh, it is?
And he looks like a little bitch in the profile.
What's his son up to, though?
And he's private.
Do you think his son really? Cause, all right, so they're driving. They're driving to the storage container, and his dad's like, "We're gonna see what's in it. There's all this memorabilia. I haven't really taken a walk down memory road until they paid me a bunch of money to do this documentary." They get to the storage container. They're looking through all the artifacts of Brian's football life that his father kept. And his father, from what Brian talks about, was a bit of a piece of shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's these kind of fathers that don't ever congratulate their kids, and then their kids turn into fucking monsters, like Spike from Little Giants, No,
I don't know.
Well, that's a reference for
reference
six
from
people.
1992?
Yeah.
Great.
Well, this came out, this guy played in 86. Anyhow, so...
You gotta keep it, I'm 15. Remember that.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
All right. So from another movie,
I'm friends with Brian Bosworth's son.
You are Brian Bosworth's son.
And I said, "Hey, is your dad cool now? Can he drive us to Pizza Palace?"
He's like, "Nah, dude. My dad fucking can't drive anymore."
Do you think his dad was having like PTSD? Because at the end of we'll skip ahead because at this point, this is just all about fucking watching the doc. If you don't watch the doc, you got problems, okay? Big emotional problems like Brian Bosworth. They open up the storage container. They're going through all the things. This is like a little, I'll do an act out. All right, so you be the son.
Okay.
I'll be Brian.
What's this, Dad?
Oh, this is my first jock strap from my high school days.
It's big.
I put a banana in there all the time because my father, God, he couldn't just watch the game. He couldn't just say good job. He always just said, "Why doesn't your dick look bigger?"
Man, that's tough.
Yeah. And I don't want you to feel like that ever. Like you can't, disappoint me or let me down.
Man, Dad, that makes me feel. I didn't know Grandpa.
I'm having a steroid seizure.
I'm sorry, I'm scrawny.
I'm going to hold that against you forever.
Please don't. Dude.
That was the act out of pretty much every single time.
It was pretty much every,
cut to the storage container was Brian Bosworth just going, "I just wish he could have, he just said he loved me."
It was interesting because he was like talking so much shit about his father, Boz. How his dad didn't, tell him he was good, and he just wanted his daddy to tell him that he was good. Just tell me, Daddy, one time.
Yeah, and his friends were all like, Foster Bosworth was demanding.
But I could just tell from him and his son's dynamic that he was probably doing the same thing to that kid.
No chance.
You think he's fucking congratulating that kid and stuff?
That kid didn't have an ounce of muscle on him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So he's getting
no shot.
I don't know. I felt like it was very like Boz was just talking about the Boz.
I bet Boz is crying a lot more now. Boz to me seems like one of those guys that or one of those, he was having such a hard time dealing with everything that happened that once in 2005 he was probably like, I went to Honduras to do this ayahuasca ceremony. Mm-hmm. I threw up for 3 days and nights. and I just purged myself of all the negativity and all the bad thoughts. He seems like a guy
made me okay with my son being a little pussy.
And I'm okay now. I accept it. I accept the things I cannot change.
Well, they were talking about in high school how he had, sometimes, everyone thought I was so cocky and confident. He's like, I was so insecure and I had acne and it made me go full throttle. I thought that was pretty badass, dude.
It made me just go so fast that...
Well, he said he was so scared that the only thing he could do is like fucking go fast as fuck.
He was so scared
of getting hurt. He was scared of the game. So like the way to react to that, either you become a little bitch boy or you fucking become the boss.
What would you have done? How fast did you go? Did you ever make any business decisions while you were playing high school football?
Business decisions?
You know what a business decision is, right?
No.
It's like a business decision. It's like, okay, I got about to be Division I athlete coming down on me. I gotta make a business decision here.
I did a business. Yeah, I definitely did not go full throttle. I went quarter, maybe an eighth of a throttle. And I was still pretty good, but I did not. I literally had a play called the Lazy Colin, named after me because of my laziness. I swear to God on my life. I swear to God, my coach sat me down, and I was supposed to run a post, and I kept not running because I never got the ball. He always threw it to the running back in the flat. And I wasn't really fast enough to hit the post in the right way to get the quarterback to throw it to me. So I would just quit. But I would quit so much that I guess they saw film of me being so pathetic and lazy that they would not guard me. So the team, my coach saw this on film that the team was not guarding me, leaving me wide open because I was so pathetic. And he goes, do you think if I... Swear to God, this is a true story. He sat me down. We're watching film. I'm apologizing. And he's like, do you think you can lazy it up? And then we're going to throw the ball all the way back across the field. We're going to run a bootleg, throw it all the way. You're going to be wide open. And I was like, I can't. So we ran it once in practice, and everyone's like, is this like a fucking, are we getting like April Fools? Like, no one believed it,
Did you ever run it?
So we're playing this team Glades Day. We're down like 20-0. Okay. This team's fucking nasty. Like, they were known in Florida. Like, they've won many state championships. So we were desperate. And so desperate that I hear the quarterback like being like, fucking really, dude? Like,
playing the Lazy Colin.
He goes, put the Lazy Colin in. And I'm like, this is my big shot to be lazy. and I fucking, dude, I'm walking out. I'm like, all right, just fucking, you got this. You've been not working your whole life for this. You've been laying in a lot of hammocks. So I fucking run, and I run the post, and I just fucking lazy it up, and I see him. He fucking starts going with the flow, and I'm like, I'm fucking open. And the quarterback fucking throws it literally 55 yards the other way. It's like the longest pass ever to go like 20 yards. And I just see it in the air, and I fucking caught it.
You caught it?
I caught it, and then I'm running to the end zone, and I dropped the fucking football.
No.
Because it was heavy.
No, you did. No, come on.
No, I got tackled right away, like slammed.
Oh, you got that?
But I got like the 30-yard play. Yeah,
right, there
sick.
you go.
Yeah. And we used that momentum, and we lost by 50. But so I'm kind of like the boss.
It always relates back to you. I'm Beckham. You're the boss.
Did you practice hard?
Oh, I always practice way too hard.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Here's my problem in high school sports. This is always what this podcast comes back to, our high school sports careers.
It's really what the pod should be.
This is what it's all about.
Why are we even pretending?
Because we need like a good base point to get people in.
True. Baseball. Okay, what happened? Brevity.
In hockey in high school, dude, I was just so scared of letting people... I was full boss, where I was so scared of letting people down. Like, nobody cared. If I had stopped and been like, I don't want to do this anymore, everyone would have been like, okay, well, that's fine. Like, instead, I was just so hard because I was like, if I make a mistake, like, I was scared of making a mistake, which I think you can't do. Like, instead of trying so hard because you don't give a fuck what happens, like, there's a big difference.
I think they're both a choice of, like, being lazy, so then if you fuck up, then you have an excuse, like, I didn't try that hard.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't hurt as bad as fucking up when you're like, I gotta be the best. I'm doing everything. I'm fucking eating creatine out of my dad's asshole. Dude,
Boz Jr. needs more of that.
Dude, Boz Jr.
I couldn't help but thinking the whole time how like the Boz Jr. like, remember when the Boz would start crying and then he'd put his arm like,
yeah,
okay, Dad, stop, please stop crying. This is very weird.
And Boz like, don't touch me with your scrawny little fucking hands. He just eats his son. I was hoping that it turned into like Storage Wars. Like someone just came in and bought it. Like bought everything for like $30,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The Storage Wars guys show up and they're like, all right, I'll give you $20 for the football.
These are my memories.
You can have it, man. Have it. I don't want to know about it anymore.
The son's like, no, man.
This is not me. This isn't Brian. This is the Boz. And it certainly isn't Dad. It might be son.
Father? Dude, so you would try your hardest. Did you ever fuck up? Like, what was the worst you ever fucked up in a game where it hurt you? Where, like, after the game, you're like, I want to quit. Everyone thinks I'm an embarrassment. Did you ever have a moment where you... Or in hockey, can you hide a little bit because it's a team sport?
No, I mean, I had plenty of moments where I fucked up. I think I just... By the time, like, I was, like, a junior, I had gotten to the mindset of, like... Because I was playing varsity at freshman, not a big deal. By the time I was, like, a junior, I was pretty good at wiping the slate clean in my mind after every game and just being like, whatever.
Oh, that's great.
Because, and then by the time I was a senior, I was like pretty clear in my own head. I go, I don't know why, like nothing's going to really come of this. Like if anything, I'd just like to like play at like a Division 3 or Division 2. And turns out I didn't get to do either of those things. So,
are you able to do that with stand-up, you think?
I'm definitely Division 3 right now. I think I'm a high D3 stand-up right now.
When you have a shitty set, that you can just go, whatever, fuck it.
Sometimes, I think out here, when you just first move to a scene, you're very much like,
yeah,
everybody's watching. You also never know who's watching in general. So I always try. I think as long as I don't forget anything, and as long as I do my best, I think then I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I think what gets me pissed off is like when I'm rushing through things, or if I can feel that I'm not really even putting like all my emotion and all my intention into stuff, then I get pissed at myself. But otherwise, I'll just be like, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, I think it's not so much if the material is doing bad for me anymore. It's can I be present and acknowledge that it's not doing bad and slow down and be like,
yeah, just adjust and be like, okay.
Adjust, yeah.
Just being because otherwise, earlier when you're a comic, you just go, I'm in fucking go mode.
Dude, I've had sets where I just yell and I go faster. And it's just bad. It's fucking bad. And you start sweating, and then you realize you still have another fucking 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, I got off early. Whatever. We don't have to go.
Talk about it.
No, I just got off.
Speak on it. Yo, you stand on business?
So, like, I'll be doing well. Like, I just did a weekend with this comedian, Hannah Berner, and she's, like, selling thousands of seats. And we did a, like, 2,300 seater. And I was supposed to do 15. I did 13, but I was crushing.
Yeah.
But part of me was like, I go, let's leave on a high note. Like, I don't think I pushed out, but I also was like, if I do another joke, it's not going to crush as hard as the closer that I did early.
Yeah.
So I just was like, all right.
Yeah, you can be happy with that.
I know, but she kind of gave me shit a little bit about it. Not anything bad, but it's just like one of those things where it's like, I don't know.
You got to start touring with Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, I'd fucking crush in front of that crowd.
You did very good.
Andrew, you did great.
You did great.
My little Yolenta. I don't even know what that word. I don't know if that's the right word.
Are you Palestinian?
This is the second time you brought up the war. I mean, I'm provolone.
Good. All right. Very
Call
good.
back.
Very
Dean.
good.
Call back, Dean.
Shout out to Bex. What else would you rather be doing on a Saturday?
Now I'm Jewish, so don't, that might hurt our podcast at this point. I don't know. It depends what team you're on. But people are really picking teams. Anyhow, so fucking the Boz, he was a nice Jewish boy.
The Boz was actually 100%
Boston?
Ashkenazi Jew.
Can you imagine if the Boz was Jewish? In Oklahoma.
I mean, he would have been crying the whole time.
Oh, but killing you at the same time.
Yeah, it would have been like, my father, he didn't put any of these into plastic bags. It's so disorganized. Where am I going to find anything?
Have you ever met a Jewish person?
No. You're my first.
Sorry, dude. So, all right. So then we go into the Boz is getting out of high school. He gets recruited. This was pretty cool, actually, because it reminds me of like the times they were in.
Yeah.
Where Barry Switzer, who's like this fucking wheeling and dealing coach. Like, he could be a car salesman.
Could be a car salesman. Could be a strip club DJ.
Yeah, dude. A preacher at the same time, too.
And a preacher.
So he comes in, and Boz is living in Texas. And Texas, Oklahoma, that's a whole nother thing with this doc.
Yeah. Like, who's shittier?
Yeah.
One game to determine.
Well, they were good back then, though.
They were good. I meant like the states in general.
Oh, the states in general, yeah. So it's big, but Texas is definitely seen as big brother compared to Oklahoma, just in general, over the time, you know. So to go from Texas, where you're supposed to go to UT, to Oklahoma is just, it's fucked up. Like, you just don't do it, especially back then.
Yeah.
Switzer comes in to, like, a lunch that they're having in front of all the students.
Yeah, lunch.
A school lunch. And he goes, Boz, where are you? Boz. And just hits him right there in front of everyone. Makes him look cool as fuck. He knows he's getting fucking Boz is getting pussy because Switzer did that in front of everyone. It's just brilliant. But the fact that he could get on campus and just come and just recruit like that, you know, it's
football over everything.
Yeah.
That'd be so fucking cool.
Oh, dude.
Who would you, if you were in high school, like not even a football coach, not even sports related, someone just would come up to you in the middle of the lunch, who would you want it to be?
Oh, man. Back when I was in high school?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that would it depends. Would get me cooler with dudes or get me laid. Chris Farley would be fucking unbelievable. If Farley came in to a fucking lunchroom,
and it was like, what's up?
Fucking Colin, and pick me up, dude, and fucking, that would be fucking unbelievable.
Hey, Colin, man.
And then for getting laid, I feel like if it was like, who was like the biggest fucking, like, Brad Pitt, I guess, at the time.
Brad Pitt would be very cool.
If he came in on a horse with his long hair.
Yeah.
Fucking just like.
I think any cast member of Twilight when I was in high school would have been big. Actually, I went to an all-boy Catholic high school. That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like,
you'd probably be called a homo.
Yeah, everyone would be like, the fuck's the matter with you,
dude.
pussy?
If you can, yeah, dude.
Oh, look at Flynn. Flynn and all his gay friends. Like, good.
Dude, an all-guy high school. Holy shit.
Yeah,
the amount of testosterone in that place.
It was intoxicating.
Was everyone just fucking, like, jerking off in, like, circles?
No. Why would that be happening?
I don't know.
I think we just kept, like, smashing our head against lockers and shit.
Instead of jerking off in circles. Yeah.
Essentially.
So then you had, like, a rival, not a rival, a girl high school that you would hit up?
We called them rivals.
So when would you meet up with them?
Felt like a rivalry?
Yeah. You fucking... Yeah. You'd line up like fucking Braveheart.
Why would you touch it?
So what would you guys just meet the girls at dances and then like
dances? So like
fucking A. Jesus.
What happens is you have like the dances early on when you're a freshman that are organized by both the schools, and then you kind of like meet girls that way, and then like you kind of your friend group has then like a group of girl friends, and then you guys hang out and shit, and like everybody kind of lives in like the same like general like 10 to 12 towns. Yeah. So like you just, and also you get to hang out with a bunch of people that you know locally from those towns as well. The nice part about going to all-boy Catholic high school is that you're kind of like a geopolitical nomad. I can as long as I have a car, I have access to all these different circles. I can go prep school. I can stay Catholic school. Maybe I want to go public school for the weekend. Maybe I'm going to visit somebody at a college. Yeah. You're kind of all over the map. You can do whatever you want. You're a man with no nation.
Also, all that like fucking teenage angst of like, because you're around women, and the fact that you're just like around the boys, you never had to worry about how you're going to look at school. You just fucking roll out of bed. I never really cared about that shit though, but I'm sure a lot of
nobody
Jews
cares.
do.
You don't care.
Yeah.
What'd you say? A lot of Jews do?
Yeah, a lot of Jews do. Jewistines. Anyways, back to the Boz. So then he goes to college. He goes to Oklahoma. He picks Oklahoma over Texas. People are losing their fucking mind. Yeah. And he starts playing right away freshman year, fucking killing it.
He's crushing. I mean, this was why, again, you're going to get a good grade from me if you have a documentary full of strong highlights. This was highlight city of him just fucking tackling people.
Oh, dude, and not only that, he fucking comes in and he's like, right away, he's talking shit about Texas. Like, right he away. Leans right in. Like, Matt, you're 18 years old. You lived in Texas your whole fucking life. Maybe you got picked on. Maybe you're mad at Texas, or maybe Texas reminds him of his own father. That's what I'm thinking. Because he comes in, he's like, I don't like Texas. I don't like burnt orange. And Fred Akers, the name of the coach, sucks. Like, the fact that you have the balls at 18 to play the heel, it's fucking wild.
I think he was nuts. I think he was, again, scared. He just kept, like, creating his own persona.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen it. People, it's like Andrew Dice Clay, dude. He's the Andrew Dice Clay of college football. He just decided, I don't want to be Brian anymore.
Also, if you're called the man all the time.
The man?
Like, there was no internet back then, so he couldn't see all the hate. He didn't see the hate until they were throwing shit at him at that game.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, he's just the man at Oklahoma. Like, he doesn't even get the hate. So you're just going to keep leaning into the Boz because he's not even feeling that hate until he goes to the game. You know what I mean?
Right. He's just beloved at all moments.
Yeah.
Everyone's telling him, you're doing great. You're crushing it. You're my favorite, Boz. Inseminate my wife, Boz.
Yeah. Dude, I would let the Boz fuck the shit out of anyone I ever dated. Money, politics, and sex. I don't know what that was about. Oh, teams bet oil wells.
Was that one of your notes?
Yeah, that was my notes.
I like Andrew's got great notes. Some of them, like, what was money, politics, and sex about?
Texas, Oklahoma.
Oh yeah,
and
that
then
game,
they bet oil wells.
Yeah, it is like crazy the amount of, like, someone was explaining that to me the other weekend when, like, Texas did play Oklahoma, and it was like, yeah, all like these billionaires, they all show up for this game. Well, they played at the Texas State Fair.
Oh,
the Cotton
shit.
Bowl, yeah. It's like the Cotton Bowl is just a stadium specifically made for that game.
I've been to UT. I've been to last year Texas TCU.
Yeah,
at Texas. It was.
Lights
I
out.
mean, it's the most America. Fuck yeah, dude. There's fucking F-15s flying. People parachuting in. Like,
I love college football.
Bro, you look around and you're just like, who are these people?
Didn't
Where
you go
did
to
they all come
University of
from?
Miami?
No, I went to Tulane.
Oh yeah, that's kind of like the same thing, right?
Well, we played football actually Tulane my freshman year went undefeated, but with Sean King.
Sean King?
yeah.
Kingston?
Sean Kingston, yeah.
He
Had
said,
to move for
on my way
girls.
to an undefeated year.
Dude, he drove a jet ski into a bridge. That guy rules. Fucking love that dude.
All right, real quick, we need to make an aside. I showed
brevity.
up to some brevity. Keep the AirPods in, but I've been thinking about this. Me and Andrew, we're both short guys. Like, we're trying to wear baggier clothes that kind of fit with the trend and the style. But Andrew just told me, he's like, we don't look like short guys.
Yeah.
Extrapolate, please.
Well, we're very we're thick. We're barrel-chested boys, but we're not insanely barrel-chested, but we're barrel-chested enough where we look very I think even you look more what's the word I'm thinking of? Not gay.
Continue.
Proportionate.
Proportion.
Even me.
I'm trying to
Because I got like skinny centaur legs.
I'm trying to be all proportional, but I keep getting clothes that, like, sometimes I get an XL and it doesn't fit. Like, I got this XL quarter zip from this really cool brand. Shout out to Comedic, I think. I definitely fucked that name, but it's really cool.
It's a good start.
It's an XL quarter zip. It's a little baggy. It's almost too baggy in the arms, which is what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Which is fun. Like,
Because your arms are going to look short.
Because now my arms look short. Now I look like a little baby boy.
Yeah.
I want to, go up to some fucking big people and go, uppy, uppy, uppy.
Kind of looks like you're just like a little boy in a Snuggie.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I don't want. But I'm thinking maybe, dude, just like the return process with shit. I hate returning stuff because then once I've already got it,
I
feel like I have to. I gotta wait another 2 weeks.
I've never returned anything. I'll just get something new, or it's just done.
That's it.
I don't think I've ever I might have brought. I've never mailed something back.
Right, mailing something back. I was like, I'll go to a store for sure.
Actually, Amazon. I take that back. Amazon has made it insanely easy to just bring shit in and you throw it at them.
Well, I'm really glad that you
at Whole Foods.
At Whole Foods.
Yeah, you could fucking give it to Whole Foods.
Don't give fucking Jeff Bezos your money. I'm like kind of disappointed that you shop there and that you buy things off Amazon.
I guarantee you, I held out on Amazon longer than you did, and I'm fucking.
I never
75
have.
years.
I still don't have an account.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You've never used Amazon.
Refuse.
Look at you.
Have I had my parents send me things? Yeah.
Through Amazon?
Through Amazon. But do I have an account? Absolutely not. Do I go to Whole Foods? I've been once.
So you're telling me you go to Starbucks?
No.
So you just don't support big business?
No.
Is that what you're thinking?
That's exactly right. I go to Dunkin' Donuts and I go to Ralph's. All right, Kroger brand. Listen, for all you out there that are watching this live, what you can count on with me is that I'm a man of the fucking people. Ralph's, Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts is fucking Starbucks. It's the same shit.
It's not. It's
what
so
are you
not.
talking about?
It's actually the opposite of Starbucks.
Why? Are they all individually owned? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Then what are you saying?
I'm saying that
Dunkin' Donuts is a $1 billion brand.
Yeah, but it's not.
And what are you solving here?
I'm not solving anything. I just want to proclaim.
Just to feel good, get on your soapbox so you look taller in your sweater?
Can you let me clear my throat?
Let
me clear my throat. I'm just clearing my throat and letting everybody know that I'm just a man of the people. And for my future vice presidential bid with Logan Paul, I just want that to be known. Okay.
It's just when someone doesn't shop at I don't shop at Walmart on it.
Why did your voice go all low there?
I don't know. I feel like because I want to say something
cool
here.
Now do something about the time you spent over in Sarajevo.
Yeah, when I was in Sarajevo playing drums for the Kinks.
For the Kinks.
The cover band. Things were good, but I remember shopping at Walmart. I was like, I'm not shopping there. I'm just going to go eat a sheep. Because that's what I do. There's something.
I need the whole cow.
When someone was like, I don't support big business, I go, but your attitude feels like big business. You know what I mean? There's like
it's competitive?
Yeah, there's like a stuck-upness of like not doing the thing. Like it almost feels like stuffy, like how I would assume someone that works in big business would feel or talk.
No. Wrong.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. It's wrong. You need to, because what else are we going to have, dude? Honestly, also, by the way, Starbucks, I just don't like the idea of people getting, the fact that they name all of their cup sizes like Venti, Grande. What are you trying to class up the fucking people in Norman, Oklahoma that go to Starbucks? Everyone's, for the most part, the common proletariat that goes to Starbucks, just make it fucking simple, stupid. Okay? Dunkin' Donuts. I go in there, I say, I want a medium iced black. Done. Medium iced black.
Yeah, you also write that in your dating profile.
Yeah, that's what I want. I like my coffee.
Just like I like my women. So wait, what
medium iced black. And then I get hash browns. It's not just it's just Dunkin' Donuts is simplified. It's easy. I don't really fuck with all the other bullshit that they have. I don't know about avocado toast, whatever. Miss me with that. But when it comes to also Dunkin' Donuts, it's not super heavy, intense coffee. I'm gonna get Dunkies after this, I think.
Hey, it was funny. I was in Italy and they all just drink espresso, and then I'm just imagining some of the most metrosexual Italian men you've ever seen in your life with a fucking Dunkin'. You know what I mean? Like a milky.
Give me the bucket, dude.
The fucking big, just on the water, in Italy, getting off a Vespa, but you got a fucking 40 fucking ounce Dunkie.
If you want to see Italians drinking Dunkin', just go to Revere Beach in Massachusetts.
Is that where they're all at?
Oh, that's where they're all at.
Those are different kind of Italians, though.
Yeah. Not Italians.
Italians are so fun. Anyhow, but
all right, we got off track, but I'm glad we did that aside because I just needed to talk that out and vent that out.
So wait, do you feel better now about the sport? I think you have the build where it's if you're wearing something baggy. Now, sometimes if I wear something baggy and I'm a little heavier than I am currently, I just look like a fat guy trying to cover up. Then you got really skinny guys that wear baggy and then they just look like heroin chic.
That's what I'm trying to go for, heroin chic.
You don't have that.
Okay.
And you'll never have that.
I'll never.
But I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. You'll just have chic.
Why can't you just watch the game? Why can't I have that?
Look, boy, I ain't giving you that. Just like Boz's dad didn't say good game, you'll never be heroin chic.
Why
dude.
You got to be Boz's dad to me right now?
Dude, you ain't ever going to be heroin chic. You'll be fucking...
You'll be a middle linebacker for the rest of your life.
No, but girls assume you have, because of your face structure, you have a strong jaw, that even if you wear a bag, they don't assume you're trying to cover you being overweight. They just assume you have a hot bod under there.
Okay. All right.
That's why your Don't Tell did well. You wore exactly what you're saying, and it did well.
Okay.
And you didn't get one comment like, who's this? You get any comments of people saying you look short as fuck?
No. I think I might have just made those up. I commented on my own. This guy looks short. Just like if you agree. Yeah. Like if you agree. I just keep creating my own bots.
Yeah, to eventually for someone to be like,
yeah.
you'd get like
Click
3.
And follow my Facebook group. Flynn is short.
Yeah, Flynn is short and stout, and will never be heroin chic. That's
He'll
a
never
long
be
one.
heroin chic. I want to be heroin chic so bad, dude.
Yeah, but you don't want to be a scrawny bitch. Have you ever seen someone try to hit a baseball and they're scrawny as fuck?
No, but like, I don't know. I see all these fucking cool. I follow all this cool fucking fashion shit on Instagram. And
yeah.
I know I'll never like be able to amount to any of that, and it pisses me off because I wish I could. All right, keep going. What's going on with the boss? What did we miss?
Yeah, I don't know. If you were 140 pounds, you would fucking hate yourself.
I would hate myself.
Then you'd be short, unless you were taller at 140
Then I'd be like
pounds.
A baby.
If you're short, you can't be.
Because I think like a good weight's like, you know, if you're like, I'm 5'8", if I can hit like 175, that's perfect.
What are you now?
I'm at like 187.
Dude, we have very similar fucking physiques. But I'm 5'9".
You're not.
And a quarter.
No.
Want to go back to back right now, bitch?
Wrong. Yep.
Look in the fucking thing. I'm taller than you. And I am fucking more jacked. I'm fucking 20 years older than you.
All right. Well, this pod's no longer fun.
But you have more like man strength than me, even though you're younger. I feel like.
All right. Next episode, we're wrestling.
No, but you wrestled in high school.
No, I didn't.
You swear? When's the last time
Why
you
did you
wrestled?
assume I wrestled in high school?
Because every guy that fucking wants to wrestled in high school, and then he's like, "Oh, fucking, I'll wrestle you," and he knows technique.
Okay, projecting much?
A lot.
What happened to you?
Huh? What happened to me? I got beat by fucking this kid Ross at camp. Fucking, I never could beat him. I was in these wrestling tournaments. I'd cry hysterically after he fucking.
So wait,
beat
you
me.
wrestled? Oh, wait, so you were gonna hottie pot me?
I only wrestled.
Keep going with the boss. Keep going with the boss. You're killing me, dude.
No, I'm not killing you.
You're killing me.
First of all, you ever write down a note? Have you ever wrote down a note?
I haven't. It's all up here in the fucking mental trap. All right, my life is a mental trap.
God, I wish I could fart right now. All right, so there's rock and roll going on.
Was that one of your notes?
In the 80s.
Oh, there's some rocking and rolling.
No, this is when he started to lean into the haircut. So a player on the team went and got a fucking like a mullet.
Yeah.
And then and Boz was like, everyone was like making fun of him. And Boz was like, where'd you get that? And then he went and got the fucking cut. Got rainbows on the side.
Yeah.
And that changed his whole life. He got that haircut and then decided this is gonna be my whole personality.
I mean, plenty of people have done that. You ever done that? You ever gotten a haircut and changed your personality?
Dude, I change my personality every 6 months.
Okay, great. Keep going.
Fucking what the fuck kind of question is that, dude?
All right.
I'm changing it right now.
I could tell.
Oh, also a girl broke his heart and dated someone from Texas.
Oh, that's bad. You can't be doing that to the boss.
So I think he was also talking shit about Texas because she was fucking someone else that went to Texas.
Breaking up back in the 80s feels very heartbreaking. Just due to like you'd have to call a bunch of times. Hey, like I left you a couple of voicemails the past 2 weeks.
Oh.
Were you everything all right? I haven't heard from you. You haven't responded to any of my handwritten letters.
If you think ghosting is easy now, back then it was the easiest thing on earth.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why people just stayed together. I thought about this, like, imagine being in the Civil War and, like, breaking up with a girl while you're in the war. Oh. You're like, I don't think this is going to work out. Look, I'm in Georgia. Like, I've just been thinking about this, like, writing a letter. Like, they never do any, like, exposés or any, like, museum things where it's like, and John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith wrote to his love, Betty Crocker, that he didn't think it was going to work out, that they weren't really on the same vibe.
Yeah, it was never him writing it.
No, it was never him.
It was her being like,
you give me the ick.
Yeah. Also,
I saw you churning butter, and it gave me the ick.
It's got to suck to get that letter, too, and know that you're, like, 3 weeks of horseback away, you know?
Right.
Like, you're not getting to her in time for her to...
Oh, yeah, and then you get back, and then she still hasn't gotten the letter?
Yeah. The letter back?
Yeah, he's like, I'm just going to get my stuff. Why? Stay. What do you mean?
Oh, man.
Like, oh, fuck, no. I meant to do this over the letter.
And then you come back, and it's such a small town.
Right.
You're not getting any other pussy. The only other pussy you're getting is, like, the ones no one wants. And you come back from war.
Or it's such a small town where he's like, oh, what's is Martha around? How'd she take the news? Oh, she died. Oh,
yeah, from cholera. Yeah.
All right.
Got cholera.
Tight. What about my kids? Dead. Okay.
They're dead too.
Cool.
What did I fight for?
I'm gonna go to Canada.
What a brutal life.
All right. I don't think that was a very good riff, but let's just keep going with the Boz.
I thought it was good. I just think that John Jingleheimer, I would have went with a different name.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith was my partner down in Sarajevo. We were trying to transport 50 kilos of AK-47s over to the Chinese.
Sounds like
this is their story.
You could probably do a pretty good.
Can you do a Chinese voice?
So
do the accent. I'm not going to cut it out either.
I'm from North Carolina. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it.
All right.
I own a Chinese restaurant down there in North Carolina.
My name's Tom Jung.
Yeah, my name's Tom Jung. You happy? I don't give a fuck. Cancel me. Put me on Kill Tony. Make the most fucking stereotypical jokes ever with no good writing and then become millionaires. Put me on there.
Put me on Kill Tony. Yeah, just get up there and say you'd eat an aborted baby.
That is so funny to do different accents and then just describe
different people.
Oh, it's so funny.
All right. How about African?
African?
Yeah.
Hey, man, come to my African store. So
welcome to the African store.
So they start getting television contracts, marketing's in place again. It's kind of like the David Beckham shit again. Like these people are all on like the.
He was the first. They kept saying like in the documentary he was the first
college for sure.
He was the first college.
No, Bosworth's like the first college player to like market himself.
Well, I think he was like the first player ever. I mean, who else was doing that?
I mean,
because like the prime time came after him. Then you could look at like David Beckham. Then you could look at like all these other guys. But I feel like he was the first to have like a brand.
Well, there were plenty of baseball players. Like Babe Ruth had signings with like hot dog companies and shit like that. There's money to be made in baseball. I feel like from outside of baseball.
Yeah.
But yeah, in college football, I can't think of anyone.
You think of like a football player that play like
I would think of what's his name, but he kind of got bigger with the Bears. But Jim
Plunkett?
No, not Plunkett.
Jim McMahon.
Yeah. He kind of had a similar vibe to Boz.
The 80s was just fun, dude.
So they got so NCAA had in control of all the television contracts. Next thing you know, they don't have that anymore. There's more money to be made. But, no, the players still aren't making money. It's kind of funny. He's doing all this to just look cool because he's not getting the money from it.
No, he makes no money. He's just doing this to lash out.
But he's winning, dude. They're winning national championships. That's the thing with him. If you're winning, you could keep fucking... Like, the character is only going to grow. Like, if Colorado kept winning... Dude, Shadar Sanders...
Shadar Sanders would be a number one draft pick.
Could you imagine what he would... By Game 7, how many watches he would have on his arm? He would have...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He would have like 45 more watches. Because it just wouldn't have stopped. It would have just... His character would have gotten worse and worse. Primetime won. Dion won. He won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah. Dion was a winner.
That's working still.
Okay.
I'm like worried.
What's the cloud preference?
I don't know. I'm not touching it.
This Mac can't compete. All right, whatever.
But yeah, so he was winning. So that's more of the reason why he kept fucking being the Boz. And then he played against Miami Hurricanes. They went into that game. Oh, an agent. I like this. He goes, you can meet an agent. You can't meet with an agent.
That's the most bonehead. That's such bonehead logic, dude.
So stupid.
I love there's so much bonehead logic in these documentaries.
There is. There's just like rules that are just made by old white guys to make fucking billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And there's no one questions it.
No one questions it. I mean, you can't meet with an agent. Like, what is it? You did the same thing. Boz, man.
Hurricanes, he had fucking like 25 tackles. They lost, but they're like, that's when he showed he was great. Also, Boz kind of looks like Zach Bryan, the country singer. I feel like same jaw structure, blonde hair.
Everyone, dude, what's up with people now getting into like country where the guys aren't fully country, but they're also like the Zach Bryan, the Tyler Childers, the fucking Luke Combs. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? We're not back on country. It's also like it's always people in Boston too, like people that I know. This is like a shout out. This is against you. I'm sorry I have to come at you like this. They're like, you're from New England.
Yes.
None of this applies to you. All right?
That's the kind
Get
of country
back to your
it
roots.
is.
Start listening to Guns N' Roses again and shut up.
Yeah.
Zach Bryan, I'm over here. I'm talking my soul through this fiddle. Gay.
I think it's because there isn't white, like, hard rock and roll anymore. I don't know. I just think, like, they connect to it because it's, one, it's a white dude. Two, it's not, like, country.
Yeah.
And I will say this, though. Any state you go about 30 miles outside any big city, it gets a little, no matter where you are, you start seeing some Confederate flags.
That's a good point. There's no Confederate flags in Massachusetts. If there were, I'd tear them down.
I bet there is. There's one or two.
But
I get what you're saying, dude. Like, why is
stand in the Commonwealth?
It's also a country that's like country music. Well, it's either like this like sad poetry country with just a guitar.
Kenny Chesney is the only good country music, and I'll die on that hill.
Damn, that's a aggressive statement.
Isn't that an aggressive take?
I mean, you just like being on a boat with no shoes on, drinking a Corona.
I'm a big pirate guy.
Same.
Isn't that the best?
Like the actual pirates?
But that's what, like, I feel like you're allowed to indulge in that aspect of country where it's like, you know, hey, look, we're just white honkies getting sunburnt on vacation.
Yeah. Got your toes in the water.
My ass in the sand.
Life is good today.
Okay. So, he gets popped for steroids.
Yeah.
Pop that shit. He keeps saying, like, Switzer calls in and says, you got popped. I said, I popped that pussy? I said, nah, you got popped for steroids. It's very serious, Brian. I need you to go to a different room.
He did claim he quit months before, and they still popped his ass.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't talk about steroids that much in the doc. They talked about, like, everyone's doing steroids. Well, I don't know. He didn't look like that big compared to...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he did. I don't know what I'm talking about.
He looked like he was wearing a helmet when he wasn't wearing a helmet. He looked like his head was over the helmet, actually.
He had helmet dome?
So he played against Oklahoma.
His skin was over the helmet?
Yeah.
Yo, he ate his helmet.
Dude, the dude ate his helmet, dude. He's like, I didn't eat my helmet.
I'm just munching on this football back here.
Look, Brian didn't eat his helmet. Balls ate his helmet.
He's crying. What I want you to remember is that I didn't take steroids. It's just a really bad decision of my life.
Dude,
I just cried so much, dude. I can't get over how much he cried. He was crying the whole time his son, and his son was just thinking the entire time, like, you said if I come with you, you'll come with me to GameStop and let me get Grand Theft Auto. Let's fucking hurry this up, Dad.
Yeah, he let down Switzer, who was his new father, who actually, like, believed in him, he thought.
He did.
He did believe in him, but once you fuck up, they don't give a fuck. You're going to mess with the program.
He fucked up twice.
Well, yeah, he fucked up with the steroids. He flicked some people off, whatever. But then he wore, at the fucking national championship game, it said NCAA. I wrote it down. Something, welcome to Russia, national communists against athletes. Or some shit.
Against athletes?
Yeah.
National communists against athletes?
Yeah, welcome to Russia. And he wore that shirt in front of everyone in Oklahoma.
They were all like...
During the Cold War. I mean, what? Who? Like, dude. Talk about living in your own world where you think you're just...
I love his roommate was just like, I kept thinking it was a bad idea. His roommate was like, I probably wouldn't have done it.
I don't think... Yeah, man, when I saw that...
I thought... That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, I bet at the time you were like, that's going to be sick.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah,
Do
dude.
it.
Call him out.
Yeah.
You're bigger than this. And then next thing you know, fucking...
Oh, that sucks. Wait, you have to leave campus and I get your room for the rest of the semester? No.
And your position?
And your position? No. What?
No, dude.
Right.
And you got to move to Russia and suck Gorbachev's cock? You got to lick his fucking... You got to lick that thing on his head? That looks like Russia, which is like unbelievable. You were destined.
Every time I do this pod, I sweat because I'm having so much fun.
Man, I love
Keep going.
Yeah, so...
All right.
He fucking gets kicked off the team.
Yeah, he says declare for the draft.
Declare for the draft. He declared for supplemental.
Draft.
Supplemental.
Supplemental.
And then he gets picked by Seattle. He tells Seattle, don't fucking draft me. I want to go to the goddamn Raiders. They're like, we're drafting you. I don't give a fuck. He's like, well, I'm big into marketing and I'm going to put out a book. And then they're like, how about $11 million for 10 years? And he goes,
done.
I guess that's a little better than fucking writing a book.
Yeah, they're right. Yeah. And then Rick Riley and Steve and then Brian Bosworth. Actually, it's Wes Bosworth. It's his unborn child.
Yeah.
They write a book.
Yeah, Wes wrote
called
the book
I'm my son's sperm. I'm my dad's sperm.
I'm my dad's spermy. I'm Brian's sperm.
Am I Brian or am I Boz? No,
he's definitely not Boz.
He comes out with a book. What's it called? Brian and the Boz? Or what's it?
Well, first, the book doesn't come out quite yet. He has his first... he actually did this brilliant. He played the heel. He's talking shit about Elway. And then all the fucking Denver fans buy these shirts that are like, no Boz, fuck Boz. And he made all the t-shirts. The company. It's brilliant. Fucking unbelievable. Yeah. And then he did it with Bo Jackson, but then Bo Jackson ran him over and didn't work that well.
Bo Jackson steamrolled him and then said, next time bring bus fare.
Fuck.
So cold.
Dude, Bo Jackson, that's another person.
That's another one we'll watch. You don't know Bo.
Dude, Bo knows Bo.
Bo knows Bo.
Dude, Bo Jackson, coolest motherfucker on earth. Anyhow, then next thing you know, he gets fucking... First year, they're like, your shoulders are that of a 66-year-old man. You're Brian, you're the Boz, but your shoulders
are Ferris. What's his dad's name?
Yeah, is your dead dad?
Yeah, are your dead dads?
You have your dead dad shoulders.
You have a bag of bones.
You mean the ones that never loved me? My shoulders never loved me.
My shoulders never told me I did a good job.
My shoulders never patted me on the shoulder.
My shoulders couldn't pat themselves.
They tried. So then he comes out with a book. This guy was a self-sabotager, boy.
Dude, he fucked himself so bad on so many levels.
He should have just grown out his hair, didn't dye it, just fucking play some football. He would have made $4 million, you know?
Dude, he would have been like one of the best linebackers.
Well, his shoulders would have still been fucked up, unless maybe the steroids fucked him up more. But I don't know. I mean, he probably still would have had a short career. But so then he puts out this book, and he talks about the anarchy of Oklahoma. Essentially, gets kicked off the team. So what does he do? Just like when the girlfriend broke up with him, he talks shit about Texas, he's going to go after the people that hurt him.
Yeah.
Because he's projecting, because he's just mad at his father. But I don't know how much was made up, to be honest. I think
all of his teammates kept saying it was lies.
I think there was some truth to it, but it's bro code. You know what I mean? Like, I think they were probably more mad about...
Here's the thing, though, dude. It's Norman, Oklahoma. I think, like, all that shit seems possible when they're talking about, like, guns and drugs and sex and women. All that seems possible if you're in, like, L.A. or Miami.
Yeah.
Or, like, you're in Norman, Oklahoma. I bet, like, the worst they ever did was, like, you know, not pay for beer and pizza at the like, local fucking CC's.
Like $69 a cow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and the cow fucking came, dude.
Yeah, because if they were doing that, like the Norman fucking Examiner or whatever they called it would have been like, these non-Christian football players and even some blacks are out here causing trouble.
Yeah, but they were winning at the time. Fuck, I don't know. I think it's somewhere in the, maybe not in the middle. I don't know if we'll ever know, you know? It's also like when the fucking Gators documentary came out, they didn't even fucking mention Hernandez killing people.
Or Pouncey.
Yeah, Pouncey. Dude, have you seen some of their interviews talking about Hernandez?
Why were they saying?
They essentially were like, Yeah, I don't know. They don't think he did it.
Really?
Yeah. So anyways, he played 24 NFL games total. And he admits he's a bust. That's got to be tough to say out of your mouth.
Well, I mean, he did the ayahuasca ceremony. I think this is the amount of crying he did was, befitting a man who has had to do so much examining and therapy for what's gone through. Because, I mean, you go from the top so fast. He was like Johnny Football. Like Johnny Football, in his doc, he goes all the way to the front. I'm crossing docs here, but still college football theme. We're like prolific, bust, 1 year out of the league.
Yeah.
Same thing happened for Boz, pretty much.
Boz was not that bad of an NFL player, though, apparently.
No, apparently he was great.
Other than being hurt.
Yeah.
That's the only difference between him and Johnny never looking at one play ever. But, it's like...
How do you deal with that? You can't deal with that.
You get very depressed, which he did. He battled depression. He hit rock bottom. And then the other thing is, like, at least, like, if your NFL career doesn't go well, but you were a good college player, you could still go back to your college and feel like the fucking man. Yeah. He couldn't go back to his college because they all fucking hated him because of the book.
Yeah, right. They all hated him.
They're all like... So he was kind of stuck in limbo. Like, Seahawks fans obviously don't like him because he was a fucking piece of shit. And then his dad died. He probably felt pretty good that day.
That's a good note. Dad died.
Okay,
shun the program.
Him and Switzer finally
make up. They talk to one another. And then this is the last note. I love Brian Bosworth. Never
a disciplinary problem.
Never a disciplinary other than steroids.
Other than steroids. That's what he said. He goes, you never drank. Other than steroids.
Steroids, it's like, hey, come on. We've all done a little bit of fucking HGH in our time.
Yeah. And you fucking loving Drago. You Russia-loving bitch.
You loving Drago. All right, what do you give this doc?
Simple doc. Nice, clear story. The only thing holding it back and pushing it forward at the same time is the storage wars of, like, I don't know if that was needed, but it did give it direction and some heart that you don't really get with these. Still JV. I'm not giving it varsity.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
it's close to a varsity, but it's the closest so far.
I'm going to give it varsity because I just didn't assume. I thought it was kind of like comical towards the end how much he was crying.
Yeah.
I thought that was like kind of funny how he just like kept every time his son was just like, "What's this?" And he goes, "That's my lamp from my college dorm."
Yeah. Yeah, there was something where, one, he's a trained actor, even though B-rated movies, you could cry on command. So he had that. I feel like a lot of that was fucking fake.
I don't think he'd ever seen any of that stuff before, though.
I mean, he did back in the day.
And like all of his like the clippings from like his dad's stuff, I bet like he was just like, my dad fucking sucked.
Well, the fact that his dad kept everything to probably throw darts at. But
Foster could be a disciplinarian.
The one scene I did like with the son when he brings out the T-shirt of the Russia one.
Oh yeah, his son's
like, I always wanted this. Oh shit!
It is just,
dude, I want to fucking bring this, wear it around, and laugh at you. And he's like, this was the worst decision of my life. And his son's like, and then his son goes from like,
oh, sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Daddy.
And his dad just starts like crying.
Yeah, dude.
Like, some things you can't take back.
The son's like, I'm proud of you, Boz. And he's like, thanks, son. Thanks, son.
I just want my kids to fucking love me. All right.
I do love the dude.
I love him too. I think he's a good guy. All right. New York City, November 5th. I'm going to be there doing a solo show, co-headlining with Victoria Vincent. Check that out. Guys, fucking subscribe to this podcast. Subscribe to the channel. Leave us a review. Leave a comment. All right? You're going to be the first ones in on the ground level. We're not going to be doing a Patreon. All of our episodes, okay,
are making a lot of big decisions without me.
All of our episodes are going to be free and for the people. Much like Dunkin' Donuts. It's free.
Patreon coming soon.
No. Or maybe we will do it. We'll do extra episodes, but that'll also be free.
I can't wait for
we're gonna do
4 months from now. We're gonna be sitting in the most well lit because your agent is gonna be like, your stand up career is going well. What is this?
No, it'll never change.
And then it's gonna be us two in like the most lighted.
I've had inquiries from Spotify studios and Comedy Store studios.
What?
And I've said no.
You gotta talk to me about this. How much money's on the table, dude?
Shh. We don't talk about that here. It's free. It's for the people.
No, dude. Dude, what?
That's our promise. That's our promise to you. Andrew, plug your dates.
I don't have any. That's why we gotta sign. We gotta sign now while it's hot. What are you doing?
Nope. No.
Dude, don't hold out. I'm not even kidding, dude. We'll talk off air, but this is insane. This is. I respect it though. I can't wait for a year from now. He's like, no, I made $6 million so far off this pod.
It's like,
really, dude?
I've had a secret deal with Magic Spoon. Okay.
I can use some cereal.
But that was great. I mean,
when's this come out? Next week.
It's gonna come out next week. And all right, to cap it off,
this week. It's gonna come out this week.
Yeah, it'll come out this week.
Yeah.
I'll top off. I'll do my my Gary Neville impression. You ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right. Bon Bosworth. Yeah, he was a bit of a wanker. As far as I'm concerned, he had all the makings to be NFL star. You know what happened? He was too busy looking into his wife's soulless eyes and thinking about the dead marriage. Yeah. All right.
I mean, I'll do mine.
All right.
Hey, I own a Chinese store.
I own a Chinese store.
Don't cancel me, dude. Or cancel me, and then I'll fucking get Shane Gillis's career.
Shout out.
Kill Tony.
Kill Tony. I want to be on Kill Tony.